it's the community she's building.
I did share with Kendall before coming in is that even though I am quite extroverted in my leadership role now, it's a forced action for me. And so to come to this class and focus on speech and presentation was a little bit short of, oh, this is going to be torture, right, coming in. But being with all of these spectacular women and spending time with them and hearing their stories and feeling in that safe environment where we could all speak out about what we do and everybody being so fantastic about it made me feel very much more comfortable. So walking out, I just feel that more confidence in what I do, and also being supported and connected with these women was a huge takeaway for me. So I already thought that I was pretty decent in my presentation skills, and just getting the additional support from the people, from the feedback during the session of being able to walk through all the proper steps, getting that coaching, I think it's going to make me even more successful as I go forward and do those speeches on a national level and to go to an international level. We call it strengthening our brand. And so being able to get out there, get my voice, again, be seen, be heard. But on the national level, I feel like I do have that voice out there already in the community, in the tech world. But being able to connect with my peers on especially on the Canadian side, because our company is Canadian based, but probably start there and being able to get those opportunities to speak, be seen, be heard, and get my company's brand out there. Well, ultimately my company, right? I'm not self-serving by any means. I'm a servant leader, and so being able to help my company, being able to help the people that I work with, motivate them so that they can be my succession plan, essentially, right? Be able to follow in my footsteps and be able to advocate and speak about how great we are as a company. Kendall, I think, is just very approachable. I think that she acts like one of us. That's what I felt in the class versus coaching at us. She was coaching with us. So she was with us the whole way. She was supporting us and guiding us along the way. And I felt that all the way through.
Coming in this morning, I was very excited. I think public speaking is a really important aspect of what we do as leaders. So for me, it was a lot of fine tuning. I haven't been doing it for quite some time. So I was excited to kind of revisit some of the attributes of being a good speaker and a good leader in general. And then walking out this afternoon, I think it's just confirmed that I hadn't been public speaking for a while. It really made me realize that it is a muscle, and it's something that I need to continue to do and continue to improve upon. So I got to really look at my gaps and really assess some things that I can improve upon in the future. I think what I appreciated the most was really connecting with your audience. I'm in a very data-driven field, so sometimes we remove that element from how we speak, and so really understanding that a bit today and how important it is to reach out to your audience as a person and not someone just delivering statistics and numbers. That was really meaningful to me, and I'm hoping that I can take that with me today. I think looking people in the eye can be quite uncomfortable. I think that resonated across our group, but I think it was needed. I think it's necessary. I think it's important to kind of take that pause, be in that uncomfortable moment, and there's so many uncomfortable moments we have sometimes as leaders, and you have no choice but to just work through it in that moment, and that was a great exercise. In that moment, I realized I did not want to burden the person that I was looking at, and I realized that kind of resonates with me. I'm kind of one of those people that I'm very uncomfortable if I feel that the other person or a group or an organization is burdened in any way. I usually like to take that burden for my team, so it kind of reminded me of that today, really trying not to burden my partner and staring at them for too long. I think what worked for me in that moment was to share that burden with the other person, let them know that I was experiencing that, and really kind of finding a common ground, maybe something that we were both experiencing together, and turn it into more of a positive rather than having it feel like something burdensome for each other. So it was really working together through that. That Kendall is really going to make you dig a little bit deeper into the layers of how you are a leader, how you present yourself, how you present information. I think we all go to different conferences where we can scratch the surface or maybe confirm something we already knew about ourselves. But I think being here today, Kendall really makes you go the extra mile to dig a little deeper and see kind of where you can improve yourself all around, from your personal to your professional life.
I'm excited, I'm energized. Just for this opportunity,
Yeah, meet some new people, learn some things. How to ask for money. So it's uncomfortable for me, but I'm the executive director of a nonprofit organization, and we do amazing work, and we need money. So we're launching a corporate campaign, and so we'll be meeting with leaders of businesses and just trying to learn how to ask for money without getting awkward about it, because it's not my favorite thing to do. People don't like to ask for money or to be asked for money. So I think it's just uncomfortable all around. It was great. It was great. Got some really great feedback and felt a lot more comfortable in making an ask, just in looking at it in a different light. Was very helpful. I think just remembering that not asking for me, I'm asking for victims and survivors. That was the staring into the other person's eyes.
Being present with.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that now that you've been through that process and understand what it means to you or the group?
Yeah, it just, sometimes we need to sit in our uncomfortableness. Some great connections. I mean, not only was the content great, but I think also the women in this class were just wonderful, and it was just really great to make some of those connections. Yeah, this was my first time meeting Kendall, and it was wonderful to meet her. And she just has such a great presence and a calm confidence that is contagious.
I was very excited, calm, and just eager to learn. Like, I made some great connections professionally, and I met some cool women peers. I took some business cards and made some, dates for later in the month. I actually have a clearer sense of what I need to work on to be a better speaker. There were a couple takeaways, and that was, number one, just keep practicing. Number two, looking and making connection within the audience. And then the imagine word, starting with a story. I know everything there is to know about what I'm speaking about, and I just need to center, breathe, and remember actually who I'm talking to. Make the time. Life's busy, but it's amazing. It's amazing to learn new skills and try on new things and live outside of your comfort zone in order to grow. She just has been very inviting. I actually haven't even tapped into resource or knowing more about her. She just came to me and we had this amazing talk, and then she saw a couple of really amazing interactions with my business partner, and that solidified sort of our new found relationship. And so it's cool. She actually has kind of taken me under her wing, in a sense. It sounds a little messy, but he actually is my ex-husband. And Kendall saw us receive this award together, and we were in the room together, and for the first time in 2 years, we were on the same page emotionally for the business, emotionally. We just were all of a sudden on the same page, on the same team, and we honored that across the table and with a slight embrace. And so she saw that and was it touched her, and it just opened up a deeper conversation and connection with Kendall and myself.
That's awesome.
What I received today was very moving in a way that for within that short period of time, we got from what am I talking about to wow, I can speak, wow, I can speak that way. So definitely I would like to share for people to see how one-day transformation actually works. You come in with some preparation, some ideas, and Kendall really helps to put these ideas to work. This exercise, looking into the eyes, was really pushing this beyond that uncomfortable, helping to connect with people whom you do not know, helping to use their eyes as a windows to their souls. Don't consider, just go. Why wait? Because this is the most important and amazing part, to help women to truly be seen, not only by others, by themselves.
I was really nervous this morning. I was anxious and unsure what to expect, because I was also worried about the speech, is it gonna be in the beginning, is it gonna be at the end, what's gonna happen? So it was awesome then coming in and just having this slow introduction and talking about all of the skills that we can apply, and then at the end being able to maybe practice it a little bit and kind of force ourselves into that uncomfortable spot. I think a highlight of the day was just being able to talk with everyone and hear how other people struggle with this too, because I think in my mind I generalize this to a universal thing, right? I'm the only one who struggles with this. Everyone else is great at public speaking, whereas everyone struggles. Everyone doesn't know how to do this when they start out. So we're all on this journey, different parts of that journey, but we're all helping each other along the way, which is great. Tell people who are looking for any way to grow, to want to be heard, who have ideas, because this really gives you insight into how you can be better speaker in general. It's not even public speaking, it's how do I have a better conversation to where I'm confident and I can make eye contact, so it goes a lot further. So I would tell them to just take the jump and maybe be in a class for a day that's maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but in the long run it'll help you. It'll give you the starting point to where you can go. I think this is just the stepping stones for me. I'm just starting out my career. I'm 23 years old, so I'm looking for ways to grow, to push my way forward in this world, make an impact. And this is a great way to do that, is just to learn how to talk, learn how to speak, and be confident in that, be seen and be heard. I think she has learned herself how to be a good public speaker and to be so warm and open, because it is, as she mentions, a vulnerable experience when you're out in front of people talking to them. And she has such a way as drawing you in, making you feel like she's only talking to you, relating to your experiences. And then she's able to bring you up from that and build you, right, and show you the resources, show you what you're capable of.
I always think it's good to have continuous improvement, so just here to learn and pick up little tidbits along the way. I would just tell you, in general, in public speaking, I'm always nervous, and it's part of what drives me to do better when I do it, and so I don't necessarily see the nerves as a bad thing, but sometimes it's tough. They can get to you before you're in front of a big crowd. They're always just before. It's not leading up to it, I don't worry about it, but the minutes before you have to step up and be in front of a group of people, I'll feel it. I think it was great community. It was nice to meet so many different women with such amazing careers. And I think really good content and being seen and being heard, but also keeping organized in your thoughts. And how you can really be present. I think just reminding yourself of the importance of being seen and heard, and really putting intention into the way you speak and organized with your thoughts. I think that's a big takeaway, and just remembering there's a community around you. Having that community and people that support you, you can bounce ideas off of them. I mean, today, just experiencing people speak for the first time in front of people they didn't know, and everybody chiming in with feedback on how we can improve ourselves and just be better.
I decided to take something I'm uncomfortable talking about and testing it out in front of this audience, and it was uncomfortable. However, I got the feedback, I had the tools that I was given today, and I got to test it, and that uncomfortable feeling just helps me for next time. It won't be as new and fresh next time I do it in front of an audience. However, with the 3 steps that Kendall gave us beforehand, and with some of the tools and tactics I learned throughout the day, it did help to put that in action and then test it in front, or share it in front of an audience that comes from different industries and different groups, but are all going through the same practice as I am. This community definitely felt connected and a safe community just to share ideas. It felt that we were kind of all in this, whether we're different ages and different industries, we're all in the same place. Some of this group talk in front of an audience consistently and a lot. Some don't, yet we can all relate to each other's different areas they want to work on and practice, and insecurities. So when someone's talking about culture, someone's talking about creativity, with this audience, that's why I'm here, is to make sure I have that helpful feedback, that encouragement, and I can walk away figuring out ways I can get this to a point where the audience is feeling the same way I do and taking action the way I'm hoping they will. I'm walking away with tools I can use as soon as tomorrow and talking with people. And I just feel like there's community and connection within this group. And it's so easy to get siloed with everyone working from home, and it's so easy to be in our work pods and just only working with those folks, or talking with those neighbors and talking with our family, that just to be out and connecting with different ages and different backgrounds, that was so important today. And then getting that feedback.
Excellent.
It's the community she's building.